Hi. Um, some of you probably recognize me in my videos. I do some called Trucker Day videos. I'm not doing the voice today because I have something I want to get off my chest. I'm going to hit on some points that are going to offend a lot of people, but I don't care because I'm going to be as honest as I can and let you know how I feel. The things that are going on right now is ridiculous in this country. America is still probably the greatest place to live. It's been like that for hundreds of years. But we're getting big government, or big brother, getting a little over big for his britches, in my opinion. The attacks on Christian, hardworking Christian people are getting worse. You know, Christians have lived in this country for hundreds of years. We've lived alongside other religions too. Islamic, Buddhist, whatever people have chosen how to live, how to believe, what religion, whether you're not religious, atheism, agnostic. You have a right in this country to choose that. You're not persecuted. You wasn't persecuted because you didn't believe in God. A lot of people may have got a little unbent about it. You might call a little slack in your lifetime. But you wasn't never strung up to the highest yarn arm. You wasn't told you were going to die or we're going to kill you. Wasn't forced to change your beliefs. People, you know, big government is what's wrong with this country today. In my opinion, anyway. I don't know where y'all want to lead where we're going, but we're going to civil war if we don't start getting along. And it's going to be worse than it was before. Because weapons are a whole lot better. And people know how to use them more. A lot better too. Not saying that we need gun control. The best gun control we can have is a law-abiding citizen who knows how to use his gun. Or knows how to use what he has. That is the best gun control you can ever make. Because with gun control, you don't have an opinion. The government they can walk in here and say what they want. You don't think it's true? Look over the history of this country, of other countries who had gun control. How many people were killed because they didn't have a right to defend themselves? They didn't have a way to defend themselves. Go back and read your history books, people. Now, I'm not saying that the people who are criminals should have a right, because if you're a criminal and you've done something where you aren't legally allowed to have a firearm, I agree with it. Wholeheartedly, I agree with it. If you're not allowed to have, you done something stupid in your life where you're not allowed to, that privilege and right, it is a right to bear arms, but it can also be a privilege because laws have took certain rights and screwed them around where they can become privileges. It's my opinion. It's nothing facts or anything like that. A lot of it is stuff that I've common sense is not common anymore. Sometimes I believe I'm the last person with common sense in this planet or on this world. For that, even in the country, I believe, sometimes I think I'm the last person with common sense. And I know there's a lot more people who got more common sense than me. That American flag that you're on the bandwagon of stepping on or stomping on or setting on fire or wiping. One girl wiped her ass with it. Really? If you don't like it that much, there's an exit to get out of this country. Go. Bye. Good riddance and bad rubbish to all of you. You should be ashamed of yourselves for what you're doing on the burning of the American flying banquet. Yeah, it's got its faults. It's got its lies behind it. This country is not perfect, just like you are either. I'm sure you've got a couple of skeletons in your closet. And if you're burning that flag, you got some more issues than just that flag. That banner that you're so happily, that banner that that girl decided she's going to wipe her butt with, it stood for a long time in this country. And people who went to war under that flag have lost their lives so you could live every day. And there you are, thinking you're all that and a bag of chips and more. And you're going to wipe your ass or step on it, stomp on it, burn it, whatever you feel froggy with. Well, maybe you should think about how many times, how many brothers and sisters, friends and family members have fought for this country and died under that very flag that you're stepping on, wiping your butt with, burning in the middle, holding upside down and backwards. Y'all ought to be really ashamed of yourself, because I'm ashamed. I'm almost ashamed of being American sometimes, the way this country is. Another flag is the Confederate flag. The battle flag. A battle flag, I will say. Not a Confederate flag, a battle flag of the Confederacy. That flag that you're take down, hide, never will see again, has more meaning than you'll ever think. Just slavery behind it. Sure, that may have had part of it. But it was also fought for states' rights. Because of big government butting their heads into what states can and can't do. Telling them what states can and can't do. How to run their states. Telling them how to run their states like they are today. We're coming in full circle, people. Think about it. Now we have the federal government going in and telling states that they have to allow gay marriage. And for those states who opposed it, it wasn't just because they oppose or don't like it. The people of that state took a vote. The people who don't agree with it, who think marriage is between a man and a woman, which I agree with. Marriage is not equal. For me, marriage is not equal unless you're man and woman. This and that doesn't make sense. You're just getting in the way if you're doing that. I don't understand it. But it's not my place to understand. That's your right as a person to choose and live how you want to live. But that should also be your right as people to decide what goes on in that state. And it seems like I'm being hypocritical, and it's a hypocritical concept if you think about it. We want our rights and freedoms, but yet we pass laws against certain things because now in this day of feel-goodism and, oh, you can't get hurt. Oh, we don't want to hurt the children or make somebody be mad. Why? Oh, they might feel mad or sad. You know what? Grow up. People get sad and mad every day. That's how we learn. We make mistakes and we learn from them and we move on in our life. You people are so afraid to fail these days. It's sickening to me. It is just a sickening thing I've ever seen in my life. With these left-wing liberals, these tree-hugging maniacs. And granted, this is just my opinions. And as an American citizen born in this country, in the state of Alabama, that's what my right was. To choose, to live, to think, to believe how I want. Kind of hypocritical now that I don't. I say this is what I believe, but yet when you think about it, the things that I don't agree with can bounce back to what I do. I'm accepting of the people and living the way you want to live. But my beliefs won't allow me to accept what I believe is a sin or immoral or not right. But we don't have to worry about that now because Big Bubba upstairs, they decided it for us. It's okay. You post a rainbow flag over on your little thing, you can do that now. That's fine, I guess. Do I have a choice? No. Do I want to see two guys kissing? No. But it doesn't matter. Now, I don't know where any of this was going. I just had to get some things off my chest. I'm probably going to be slammed or ridiculed or called the worst person in the world. Okay, I can live with it. I can live with being the worst person in the world, living in a country where he's free to act and do the things he wants to do. I believe that Jesus Christ is the answer. That's my right to believe that. Just like you believe, human believe Islam is the answer. In this country, you have that right without persecution. I've never once in my life I've read a scripture in the Bible where it says I have to kill somebody because they wouldn't accept Jesus. Not once have I ever read that. And I don't know if it's true of Islam, but what they're doing, all these is killing of Christian folks, all the attacks on this country of Christian people in this country. suing a publisher because there's something written in the Bible about homosexuals. It's just wrong to have it written in a book that's been in for years and years and years. Sounds a little retarded to me. I mean, I'm surprised some of these people these days aren't issued crayons and a hard helmet, because a lot of them, that's where they're going. But, you know what? I've said my piece. God bless you all. Please, people, wake up. Let's try and figure out a way to get along. Let's try and figure out a way to maintain our Southern heritage, but have some sense in the process. Just because you see something as racism or doesn't always mean that's the only thing that's associated with it. Like I've said before, the reason behind something is for the person who puts it on there. Now in Memphis, I hope this dude really, really gets his, because it's the lowest thing I've ever heard in my life. Somebody wants to dig up the remains of a Confederate general and his wife because who they were associated with in the Civil War. Are you freaking kidding me? Have you gotten stupid? I really hope if that happens, and there is such thing as hauntings, you get it several times over. Because that's just wrong, and to me it's immoral to mess or even think about doing something with the remains of anybody. Just because it offends you for what they stood or did in life, that's not your call to make. Leave that man and his wife be where they're resting at peace. They've been there for 100 years. Leave them alone. Because if you bother them, I hope there is such thing as a haunting. I hope you get it. I hope it makes you miserable. Because that's just the sickest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't buy it. And the monkey in the White House, you can kiss my butt. You're the reason this country's screwed up anyway. Have a good one. God bless. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I know.